Like Kate said earlier on FGM, talking about it, it's really very hard issue, very sensitive. You open up your private. I believe that. Every time I talk about it, FGM, it's a real living. It's no enjoyment. It's no enjoyment. Um, you can just accept it and some, you know, going to school and some project, you know, you're very funny talking about. This is very private issue, very sensitive issue. And just opening up, imagine every time I talk about it or go to places, I do speech, it's very hard for me. Yeah, and people really don't understand where we're coming from. Even though we survivor, we're not victim, but it's very coming from mentally hard, physically. You have to look presentable. You have to stare everybody, and people staring you. You get scared, but we don't show. You get anxiety inside. You really fighting yourself. Be nice. Don't be. You know, one tear is coming out to your ears. You know, be strong. You over and over and over, you know, you have to do it. Then sometime week before my speech, you know, it was nightmare or anxiety. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna, you know, you think about that day. It's not even a months ahead. And I don't want to go along, but I know time is short, but it's very painful to talking about it. And even my own people criticized when I started breaking the silence, criticizing me. How dare you, you know, and how dare you talking about the private part? And I can understand where they're coming from, but also if I don't talk about it, who else is going to talk about it? Who else is going to stop, you know, this madness, this, you know, FGM? Who else if I don't talk about it? It might seem very and very sensitive or very private, but you know, we have to start it somewhere in order to heal ourselves. And our mission is stop someday, like Kate doing me on her program, stop someday FGM. And in Somalia, maybe we'll take the first generation because, like I said, it's no government yet. It's no developed government yet. So it's gonna, whatever government is starting, that's my goal to go there and activate, you know, activist and against the FGM and you know work with the government open clinic and those women doing it, give them two different job, different thing, educational, men and women. So that's the future, and it's every woman's, you know, around the world this issue if they want to help us with our cost. This is grassroots root movements, and we want every man and women's can help us move forward. And now is the country is the hope. I hope Obama involved this issue, and Michelle Obama is first president African American, and I hope they support our issue and our hope and our, you know, what we're doing, our both programs, and it's a hope, and I like to see that in the future and hope. I hope the government, legislator, everybody, every woman and man issue. I hope they involve if they can help us move forward and not just talking about it but also do actions. Action work tells us, not just talk about it, the action. We need an action, we need a physical. So it's every woman and man's responsibility. Also this issue is a human right violation, human right issue, this one. And every, you know, it's a human cost with this issue. It's every little girl, every women's and domestic and you know violence against the women's and girl. And we need a more voice. We need a more activist. We need a more good people can help us and move forward. Not only Somali but all Africans. 28 African doing it. Middle Eastern, Asian. You know, it's we need to be ambassador for those countries. We need to be less selfish and be human and care. Not, don't judge us. We don't need your sympathy. We just need your action. We need your care. We already go through the harm. But now we're strong. But please help us move forward.
And I would say, in this kind of work, when you want to change a culture, there will be a lot of resistance. And I'm talking to you because many times also you find that those people who have already been in the enlightened culture, they are the ones who are holding with a very strong grip on the traditions. The barrier will always be there. And again, we are talking about other people's culture. And if we want to go in our work, this is the way I have figured it out. We have to walk very, very, very
Baby
careful, yes, because we have to respect. This is an old culture. It might be a barbarian culture, but this is the culture which our parents, with the greatest love they could have for a child, has done for us. We can blame them because today we know better, but we know they have done it out of love. And in order, I think the best way to stop the culture is to have the utmost respect for the people, for the culture, for the country. And that way we will win more hearts. Because one thing is we have already won the hearts of the people in this part of the world. The Americans, the Danish, those in the Western world, because they don't have the practice. The most important hearts to win is our people. And I tell you, I see that through the film I've made. When I came with respect to them, I came and I honored the culture. They were willing to open their hearts and their doors. And that method we have to use. There is a lot of resistance also here. Those who are for circumcision, they don't come out, but we know there are many of them. So we cannot blame those who resist, but we can talk to them, we can debate with them in the utmost respect. And I hope for those outsiders, I say outsiders, those who are not circumcised, the activists, the American people, Danish people, the people around the world who want to fight with us, that they don't march
and
march alone, you know. Let us come and show them how we can approach the culture in the best manner. Because this is not a small fight. We know that many people before us have been killed, have been mutilated, have been beaten because they want to change this culture. There is more to the culture than just the circumcision. Well, that is part of the secret part of it, which we will never know and which will never be disclosed.
We will never understand
what is behind
the culture
of circumcision.
But we have to, kids say, a lot of respect.
Yes.
And patience.
But especially respect. I tell you, when we go out, when I started making this film, The Secret Pain, everybody was saying, even the people in Denmark, the Africans say, you will never make it there. They will never let you in. They will never give you anything. I say, yes, they will. And my manner of approach was, hello. And luckily for me, although I've been brought up in Europe, I try to remember the culture, the African culture, the respect. And I came to them and said, it's not because I want to spoil our culture. What I bring some proposal which might help change and improve the system. And then I could talk. And of course, you have to give small things so that they have